Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 113 of the Mitch Trubisky player franchise. We are in our offseason. You can pause this at any time. Feel free to look. We're going to go over playoffs first. There's divisional rounds. That's where I got in. There's the postseason conference championships. And you know I lost in the Super Bowl. Next up is going to be the regular season awards and stats. I won the MVP once again. I had a great year. Won Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC, beating out Russell Wilson, who went 5-11. Weird. I was best quarterback. We're gonna look at my stats here. 55 touchdowns, 13 picks. My lowest interceptions ever. I ran for another 963 yards and 8 touchdowns. So pretty good year for me. Our coach won Coach of the Year. Weird. Beat Jason Garrett, Jacksonville's coach. Reuben Foster, I've already mentioned it, won Defensive Player of the Year. He led our team in tackles and was tied for 3 interceptions, which is our team lead. Dalton Vaughn was the 5th best running back. Unfortunately, he kept getting hurt. He probably would have been the best. Sajay Perrin was somehow the 10th. That tells me that the other running backs in the conference were garbage. Josh Doctson finished 7th on best receiver. Okay, I'll take it. Gabriel Carey had a great year, over 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. On best offensive lineman, we had 3. Our left tackle, our center, and our right tackle is going to be not 8th. There we go. There's our right tackle. Best defensive lineman, DeForest Buckner, did a great job. He ended up having 15 sacks this year, so he was 2nd best defensive lineman in the NFC. Good stuff. Next up is free agency. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and demand my release. Before we do that, though, these are the head coaches that retired. If you want to pause and take a look. I mentioned that I wanted to go for a weapon. Julio Jones retired, Dez Bryant retired, and A.J. Green all hung it up. Those were the best weapons that I could have gone and signed on their team. Unfortunately, I can't now. Big Ben retired from the Steelers as well, so that opens up the Steelers' job for me. Like I said, we're demanding our release. We will give the 49ers a shot to bring us back. We'll see what weapons they have. We're going to look at everybody's weapons before we decide which team I want to join. So it will be 13 different teams that offer us a contract. We're going to go through everyone looking at who's on their team. Starting off with the 49ers, they got Dalton Vaughn and Sajay Perrin back. Great fullback. No good wide receivers. Surprise, surprise. They let everybody go again, besides Howard Lamb. And they got Gabriel Carey. So the 49ers are out. I'm not going back there. I'm going to miss playing with Carey and Vaughn, but can't do it. I can't go back to the 49ers. So right now, I'm going to cross the 49ers off the list. Next up is the Rams. The Rams are on us. They got Todd Gurley. Let's see who else they got. No fullback. And Jamison Crowder at wide receiver, was Glenn Dobson there as well. Not going to the Rams. Austin Hooper's a great tight end, but I'm good. I don't want to play with Todd Gurley. So the Rams are out. They don't have that star wide receiver that I was hoping they would. The Panthers are out right away because they have Cam Newton. I'm not going to be coming and taking Cam Newton's spot. That'd be dumb. They have no running backs. Look at that shit. They got 3 fullbacks, which makes no sense to me. And then Joey Forrest, a good wide receiver. He's 27. He's an 82 overall. I don't know if I would want to play with him. And then at tight end, they have a 78 second-year guy. Panthers are out as well. Next up is Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have Jameis Winston. They have Le'Veon Bell, fantastic running back, a good fullback, Mike Evans, somebody named Pyle, and Tyler Lockett at wide receiver. The Buccaneers, if it wasn't for Jameis Winston sitting there, I would pick them because of these weapons. Those are great weapons. A running back, 2 good wide receivers, a great tight end, but they got Jameis Winston. So the Buccaneers will be my option if I do return back to the NFC. Next up is Eagles. They got Deshaun Kaiser at quarterback. I don't give a shit. Angelo Means, I have no idea who that is. Madden-generated player. No good wide receivers. Fuck that. I'm definitely not going to the Eagles. Eagles are off the list. Not going to play with Zach Ertz. No. Next up is the Saints, who have a 90 overall quarterback. Alvin Kamara's an 80. This got good speed. His speed sucks. Whoops, I skipped the wide receivers. They got 3 good wide receivers. But I'm going to say no to the Saints, even though they got 2 good tight ends. I'm going to say no to the Saints for one reason. It's going to be that 90 overall quarterback. I don't want to team up with another good quarterback. That would make no sense. Next up, you got the Browns, who have no good quarterbacks. And at running back, they got Isaiah I think it was Cromwell. It wasn't good. They got no good wide receivers besides Alex Lloyd. No, I'm not joining the Browns. Browns are out. With the Browns being out of the running, let's see what team is next. We got the Titans, who got Marcus Mariota. He's an 86 overall. No good running backs because Derrick Henry's with the Giants. They got 2 good wide receivers, though. Corey Davis and a solid tight end. So they have 3 weapons. But because of Marcus Mariota being there as an 80, I'm not going there. Andrew Luck with the Colts. So the Titans are out. The Colts are up next. I'm going to pull the Colts out immediately. I'm not going to the Colts. I like Andrew Luck. I want to see him play. So we're not joining the Colts, even though they have 4 really good wide receivers, all over 81. That would have been a great weapon for me to join the Colts. No good tight ends. But you got those 4 wide receivers. But because of Andrew Luck being there, I'm not joining. The Chiefs got Teddy Bridgewater and Jimmy Garoppolo. Solid running back, 84. A good fullback. They got Tyreek Hill and Christian Lewis Harris, who's also pretty high, as well as Travis Kelce. The thing is, I don't want to join the Chiefs. So, honestly, the Chiefs are out. Which leaves, so far, the only team I liked was the Bucs. Next up is the Dolphins, who got Patrick Mahomes. A solid 80 overall running back who's going into the 5th year. I don't give a fuck about the fullback. They got Jarvis Landry and Devontae Parker at wide receiver. The other 3 guys are trash. So I'd go and join like 2 30-year-old receivers. Cameron Brate's 32 years old at 78 overall. So the Dolphins are out. I'm not going there. Next up is the Broncos, who have a shitty quarterback, 81 overall, an 81 overall running back, 2 good wide receivers, and he's all right. Not great wide receivers, but who do they got at tight end? They got a 80 overall tight end who's in his 2nd year now. If I'm going to do that, I'd be better off just going back to the 49ers. So right now it's up to the Bucks and Steelers. So we'll see what the Steelers got. I'd be the number 1 quarterback. We got Spencer Ware going into his 11th year. He's an 82. Nothing special at running back. But at wide receiver, we got Antonio Brown and Martavius Bryant. 81 and 88. I feel like I could do a lot with those guys. And then at tight end, who do they got? Richard Rodgers, who used to play with the Packers. He's their tight end. So for signing, it came down to the Bucks and Steelers. Steelers are offering $91 million. The Bucks are offering $84. So we're going to go with the Steelers. Everybody's offering 6. I don't give a shit about that part. So we're joining the Steelers as a new team, just like Trubisky did in real life. All right, next up, we're going to skip the draft. We're just going to look at who got drafted. First round, we took a cornerback, 82 overall. Second round, a left guard, 81 overall. Nobody else really that impressive. We got a solid tight end, but I don't give a shit about these other guys. The other guys might not even make the roster. Next up, you could barely see it, but there was a rumor that Derrick Henry had a 50-50 chance of joining the Steelers. Here's our only injury to start the season off. One of our linebackers is hurt. Derrick Henry didn't join, so we got 3 running backs. Cool. 2 fullbacks. I don't know why. We got Antonio Brown and Mark. The receivers group is what I'm most excited about. Richard Rodgers, good. Doesn't got really good speed, but we might use him. And then we're just going to take a quick look at a couple of good players on our offensive line. Solid left tackle, solid left guard. Solid right tackle. I don't know about our center and right guard. I don't know why I didn't look at those. Here's a quick look at our season schedule. You can pause it and take a look and see what games you're most excited about. Let me know below. I am playing the 49ers this year, which is going to be fun. We'll get into that as the season goes along. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Come back Monday as we kick off the next season.